In the 17th century, Dutch linen maker Antonie Van Leeuwenhoeks was the first person to see tons of microscopic things. Like, this is the first drawing of sperm, and it was his sperm from a letter to the Royal Society. His microscopes far surpassed the magnification of his contemporaries' microscopes like Robert Hooke's. For his part, Hooke published the epic Micrographia, which had awesome drawings like this drawing of a flea. Hooke had been making compound microscopes that had magnification of 20 to 50 times. But Van Leeuwenhoek's microscopes used only a single tiny lens and were about 2 inches long. He made about 500 lenses and turned at least 25 of them into these little tiny microscopes, only 9 of which survive today. The most powerful one that still survives today magnifies about 275 times, but it's suspected that the most powerful one that he could create was about 500 times magnification. With him, he made the first observations of red blood cells, and he looked at water and made the first observations of protozoa, bacteria, and algae. When translated from Dutch by the Royal Society, the word he coined for these little creatures was animalcules. And he observed these animalcules from plaque from his own teeth, and the plaque from old men who had never brushed their teeth, and from his own diarrhea. In 1932, Clifford Dobell translated his original work more rigorously into English from Dutch than anyone before him and was able to diagnose him with giardia based on descriptions of his diarrhea. He even put 2 lice on clean socks and wore the socks around for a couple weeks, and then studied the resulting dozens of lice that he found in the socks. Leeuwenhoek was super secretive about how he made his lenses. When he first wrote to the Royal Society, they didn't believe him at all, because they were all about reproducibility and he kept his shit under a close watch. And no one was able to reproduce his design techniques until 1957. And in 2021, scientists were able to use a non-destructive neutron tomography to figure out more better how he was able to make the microscopes without destroying one of them. And it turns out one of the methods he used for making his best microscopes was developed by Robert Hooke in the first place. And they wrote, "This is notable as Hooke always wanted to find the secret of Van Leeuwenhoek's lenses, but never managed to do so."